Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
What's good? Shout out to everybody out there in YouTube land. It's your
And
boy,
those
BG.
who's not here on time, but just going to be checking it out with a little delay to it. What's up?
Man, nothing much. Let me cut this background music off. Shout out to YouTube for the free music. But yeah. So, anniversary, guys. 5th episode. We've been here for 5 weeks in a row. Or unless my math is messed up.
No, you're right. Because the way it's turning, way it's looking is like all the odd number episodes are on your channel and all the even number ones are showing up on my channel.
Yo, that's a hell of a how do you say what would you call that? Yeah, that's a hell yeah. You thinking like a motherfucker, Rob. That's what I like. You thinking like a motherfucker. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
let's share it, guys. We're taking it pretty easy. What's going on with you, Rob?
Oh man, finally it seemed like it's daylight a little bit longer every day. The weather hopefully will make a change for the better. It's been cold, you've been getting these late, snowstorms popping off around different parts of the country at different times. And so, hopefully spring will get here and we can start enjoying, some of that good weather.
Right. So you can be outside. You be outside, Rob? Like the kids say.
I need to be outside. I think I'm gonna be outside more this year, though, man. I'm gonna start getting into golf a little more. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Start getting my golf game on.
That's a grown man game right there. When you start getting into the golf, I can see you and Tech Gentleman out there doing the whole, doing the whole thing. Shout out to everybody that's in the early squad, man. Shout out to the chat, man. I'm gonna start talking like I'm Casa Not. Yo, chat, what y'all think about Rob going to play golf? So today, what I want to do actually is talk a little bit about tendernism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. We just because then we're gonna jump into it. And we got today really not a tech show like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not that much in tech going on. Shout out to Mr. Alan Anthony. Shout out to my guy TJ. Salute. Team 100 guys definitely in the building. But yeah, like it's not, today it's not a whole lot going on in tech. I blame the leaks and all of that type of stuff because by the time most phones now, right, and all tech news, by the time it actually happened, we kind of like you might be damn near over the shit to a degree.
Yeah.
Have you ever like seen a phone so much that by the time it actually come out, it's like it's not even as exciting no more because we done seen it a million times?
Yeah, that's why I think you got some YouTubers out there who they won't look at videos until they got the phone in their hand. So myself, I don't mind looking at my notifications jumping off over here. I don't mind. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it is like it does wear out faster than it has in the past. But I don't know if that's because we're older and innovation isn't always showing up every year on a phone. And we're like, I don't want to say numb to it, but we're like vets of the game. So,
yeah,
the tech news move faster because we know where to look for it at too. So maybe that's what makes it move faster.
That's a real and that's I say that's a real thing, honestly. When it comes to tech, like us, because Oh my goodness. But when it comes to us actually like spending our time and spending our money on tech, we so into it and we done followed this so hard, Pauls, that by the like we is first of all, cell phones, they not every year new designs, new features. It's not like that now. Cell phones is more like laptops now, where they upgrade peer performance and a couple camera things and maybe some battery life from year to year. So that excitement that especially guys like us that's been just on this mobile movement since it started, it ain't you're not getting that different type of innovation every year that's like wow. And we looking for like junkies looking for an old fix, looking for the first time we hit the rock. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, let me ask you this too. You know, we don't have like, your high-end educational background. We just love tech because we love tech. And I'm wondering, do you think because we were learning along the way as this tech was coming up, as we was learning, now it's almost like imagine thinking about being, you in elementary school and now we done progressed so long. If you look at us, man, some of us it's almost going on 8, 9, 10 years in this game. We're scholars at this. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're self-taught people in this tech game, but at the same time, we done learn so much. It doesn't maybe it doesn't impress us that much.
Yeah, and like is I mean, I completely agree because and at the same time it's hard to be impressed. You gotta remember when back when people really started getting in the phones and stuff, you had some extremes going on. Like you one phone you might have an Android that G1 phone, like that first
Right.
Android phone. Then you might have something come out different from another manufacturer. Like you might have
Yeah,
a
you had more
Palm phone
companies,
come
right?
out or then you might have a BlackBerry. So you like shit. All this is like wow. It's like it's a wow factor every time. So it's nothing like that anymore. Like I feel like with a lot of things, just even everything down to the movies that come out now, it's like they got to try to remake what happened because it's hard to really like innovate and come out with something original that's going to be mind blowing these days. It's like they keep using the old recipes and equations.
And you got to add in on top of what you just said, the rooting culture that was in the beginning. That drove a lot of interest because that made us have to learn about processors and what have you. Because when we rooted a device, you needed to know what ROM can run on certain devices, or is this ROM capable of handling a particular, operating system that we was always rooting our phones with. That rooting culture, that subculture under tech was real, man. A lot of YouTubers made their channels off of rooting.
Yeah. And then because it made it feel like your phone was like your phone at that point. So if you was a real techie in the game and you was on XDA developers rooting your phone and looking at different ROMs, you like, yeah. I remember my first video was about of I'm laying in the bed recording one phone with another phone just like this. And I had just rooted my phone and I had put a ROM on it, and that was what it was about. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it was such a custom, like it was another level to it.
Yeah.
Almost like it was almost like modular. Like the customization was almost like modular, but you can't say modular because it wasn't hardware, but it was
Right.
software. You could be like, yo, well, I got the S3, but it's running clean ROM, this
Right.
version, and I done did this in the root so I can get all of the money on I
You can
miss
get
like I used to play little games like it's this little fish game with the fish in the tanks. You get all kind of
yeah.
exotic fish. My phone was rooted, so then I had this other software where I could actually go and change the values in the game to where as though I had unlimited money in the game. Like that shit was in, you know what I'm saying? And I probably spent hours doing some shit like that.
And you know what's funny about when you in a when you was in that rooting culture, you couldn't talk to nobody else around you about that because wasn't nobody into it. But maybe it'd be rare if you found another person anywhere close to you that was into rooting phones and what have you.
You gotta go straight. Yeah, you only talking to a few people, and you want to ask the developers about it. That's it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I had homeboys that was into phones, and they was getting phones like me, but they wasn't taking it that far. You know,
Right.
they wasn't breaking that phone in the middle of the night trying to get it back together and all that. You know, and all
Right.
that jazz.
All right. I see some more people are entered
The
the
chat.
chat.
Go ahead, give
Shout
them
out
a
to
shout out for me.
Philly Jazzy Jeff. What's good with you? What's good, fellas? TJ said, I feel like the project phones that have 3 different ways to fold in on itself needs a lot more work and a lot more development. Uh, and Eric, the tech gentleman, jumped in. He said it was Cutthroat, LG, HTC, Samsung, Motorola, Windows phones, BlackBerry, Apple. It was hectic out there for
Yeah.
sure. And TJ also said, I will say outside of the project phones, they had something going for the project phone because they could have 3 or 4 different iterations of one product. Well, I can understand what you're saying. Like sometimes them low end phones all start running together. They had no particular skin to separate it, to make it stand out as its own brand. They used to run vanilla. A Motorola was kind of good for that, where they looked like they had vanilla, but it was very little there to make them different from, let's say, like what Samsung had. And what was LG skin was called? I forgot what we used to call LG skin.
Oh my goodness, I can't. Moto, was it Moto something?
Well, they had Moto, then LG. You know how it
Oh,
was Touch Wiz, and then you had Vanilla Android. I forgot what LG used to call their skin. And HTC, they used to call theirs Sense.
Yeah, Sense Clock was legendary.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was
That was one of the things when you rooted the phone, you try to get the Sense clock on whatever you was rocking.
right. I remember I used to bro, I used to be on that heavy, and then Sense Clock, I used to be on that heavy because I used to have a Thunderbolt, and sometimes like you know how they have like the Thunderbolt was Verizon Wireless Evo.
Yeah.
And sometimes the Evo would get certain things or features in the software that the Thunderbolt didn't get yet. So I would be trying to see what ROMs that they had for the Thunderbolt that had the new Evo features included. So yeah, it was very, very interesting. But let's go ahead, man, and turn our attention to something else, man. If y'all not familiar, it's an older gentleman that made the word and the act of tendernism viral. So it's an older gentleman. He worked at a place called Destinations Barbecue. And at first, everybody believed it was his barbecue restaurant. And he was like, he would be the guy talking about off the bone. Let me see it. Let me pull him up for y'all. This is this is the fella right here. Let me add this to the stage. So this is him right here. I don't know if y'all remember him or not or familiar, but this is why everybody talk about tendonism and falling out the bone, and this is him.
He worked at that destination.
Yeah, so he worked at the Destinations Barbecue, and he actually end up. Well, he worked for the owner of Destination Barbecue. Was a white guy. He owned Destination Barbecue. He had Mr. Tendernism doing PR. So the restaurant gets super viral. Everybody coming there to see this older fellow, Mr. Tendernism. Everybody think it's Mr. Tendernism restaurant. And
Right.
Mr. Tendernism is the guy at Destination Smokehouse. Yes, sir, Mr. Anna Anthony, Destination. So Then they find out Mr. Tendernism only worked there.
Right.
He's not getting the, he's not getting the actual it's not his
Recognition.
restaurant. Yeah, he just getting popular, but it's probably not translating into any real money or anything like that.
Right.
So to come to find out, the owner of the restaurant tried to trademark the word tendernism, but tendernism was already trademarked by somebody else, and they gave Mr. Tendernism the actual trademark so he could run around and do all kind of PR, make all kind of money with his little skits and little things that he do. But yeah, so I just let me take a look here. I wanted to show y'all some of the stuff. Like this is actually them talking about the trademark that he got. Let me see. This is him actually getting a trademark. And I kind of just like to look at this as like social media marketing, guys. Like, why do you think the owner had to get involved? He making all this money behind the scenes, and it's like it wasn't left when he got involved because this is the actual guy that owns the trademark. So
right.
Can y'all hear that?
No, I can't. It's coming in and out.
Oh my goodness.
Keep going. I can hear it. Can you turn?
It wouldn't have happened. And now look at it. Hey family, see how we reach out text? Long time coming. Well, I just want to thank you all for all that you've done for the community and to us. It is time for the community to work together to do big things economically. And it is an absolute honor to begin the process of transferring the trademark over to you because you deserve it. You created
All right. So that's enough of that. But I can't explain probably the story as good as some of the other folks. But let me see if Mr. Sutton got his name because he's originally working there because that gentleman got famous off the word owner destinations saw that he started it. And exactly. So I'm like, if you see that he started something, why would you want to get rid of the whole situation? Why would you want to insert yourself? Because we start seeing videos of him and the owner, and it looked very forced. It didn't look natural at all.
Well, he started getting more and more involved in the videos to try to take away from the shine, to me, that Tendernism was having. And when Keith Lee came, I think that was the tipping point where he lost control of the narrative, and everybody was just paying more attention to the fact that why you wouldn't let Keith Lee talk to him? Why wouldn't you let Keith Lee give him the tip? Because Keith Lee had like a $4,500 tip.
He was trying.
He just wanted to give him. And after that, that's when you start seeing the owner jumping in the videos, and then he started bringing more of the people that was in the background kitchen trying to jump into the video, and he started dancing. I seen one video where the white guys tried to dance, try to make up a little two-step dance.
And it was coming off corny.
It was bad, man. It got real bad. And he should have just let Mr. Tendernism just take off. Your money gonna be the same whether you're in front of the camera or not.
Exactly.
But he probably could not stand the fact that have everybody thinking that maybe Tendernism might be even though he wasn't the owner, but that people would think that he was the owner. And he probably couldn't stand the fact that everybody would be looking at him as the second fiddle.
And that's the thing right there. Like it's like that's right, like that's questionable. Like that's an ego issue, you know?
Right.
Like because if you could actually sit there behind the scenes, make this money, like there's certain businesses, I think even myself, if I had certain businesses and they was going well, and it was because of somebody else, I'm gonna make sure I compensate the person that's making sure my business is growing and put money in my pocket. And I'm just going chill. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what
Right.
I gotta do in the background to keep things going, but I'm not gonna insert myself or inject myself into this PR disaster.
Right. Yeah, and I think he wanted whatever fame he thought was going to come with that. There's like behind the scenes fame and that upfront fame, and he was really thirsty to be in that upfront fame. Maybe he thought it was going to lead to talk shows and lead to other forms of money that Mr. Tendernism probably would have gotten just because he was more recognizable from a face standpoint, whereas he would have been stuck being in the background, and he probably was looking at the point that I want to be out front too, so I can get some of that extra money that may come along with that. Maybe, he might be on the Food Network or get on,
Yeah,
it might flip into something different, and he probably couldn't stand the fact that maybe somebody else would have gotten that opportunity other than him.
that's another thing. He probably thinking, well, if I could just get out here and get just as popular as Mr. Tendernism, I don't need. First of all, I don't need Mr. Tendernism no more. I keep
Right.
that money in my pocket. I can try to see where I could go with some other things, but at the end of the day, I feel like in a situation like that, you don't understand the base. You don't understand who's supporting you.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like the culture that's supporting you, they can look at this a different way. They're gonna look at this a little bit different way when you interject yourself, you
Yeah.
know, because now if it was, let's say if it was another type of culture that was all behind the restaurant, then they might look at him and be like, okay, cool, him too. But because it's a certain, it was a certain, culture that was looking at this probably older, this older black man, they looking at him like, yeah, he Mr. Tendernism, ha ha ha. Then you see,
Right.
the owner interject itself, and then immediately the culture that's looking at that in their minds, they shell shock. They thinking back to what happened. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right. It's a story that's old as time itself, if I can quote that saying, that
Mm.
whenever there's an invention that's out, it's always somebody like, that Suge Knight line where he'd say about Puffy. You want him dancing all in your video, you doing all this. You ain't the real talent. He ain't the real talent. He just there. So he was just pretty much trying to diddy tenderism.
Yeah, exactly. Like Suge Knight, Diddy, all in the videos, dancing. Exactly. You hit that on the head, Rob. And, but yeah, I was just wondering what y'all think about that in the chat, man. Chat. Are y'all familiar with Mr. Tendernism? Because I always saw little videos of him doing the, eating the food or promoting the food, but I never knew the whole story, the whole backstory. So that's why I just kind of like looked into it. Did
Well,
y'all?
recently he got money now, so he done open up a spot. He done open up a spot. He's making appearances. He was at somebody's soul food restaurant. I saw a video earlier, right before we went online, came on, and he was making appearances at other people's soul food and barbecue restaurant, collabing with other people.
I seen it with Ron Osley too.
Yeah. So the very thing that my man was trying to prevent, he couldn't prevent. The original owner of Destination
Yeah,
Smokehouse.
everybody talking, but I got another video here where it's this lady Tasha K basically breaking down the story way better than I can, because y'all know I'm not, I'm not no reporter. I'm not a reporter, chat. Let me see it. Can y'all hear this better?
You might have to. Is it running through one of your roadcaster speakers, or is it connected in a different way?
Oh, it's still not coming through the roadcaster?
No, it's not coming through.
Let me see. Yeah. My
You may
fault,
have to
chat.
switch off your.
I should have let me see it. Let me put it.
Maybe
somewhere.
your speaker, it shouldn't come through your headphones. It should maybe make it try to come out your computer. I don't know.
I'm gonna put it back.
All right. If you guys are here, man, do me a favor while y'all in the chat and hit the like button.
Why he was jumping off the freeway,
There
off
you
the
go.
bus. The owner
You get
of
hit?
that damn, they
Yeah.
said that barbecue wasn't seasoned down there. I don't know what the name of
Hold
that
on, let me
barbecue.
start it
All
over.
right, Mr. Tendernism, we got an update. Do we got Mr. Tendernism giving an update? Because I don't want y'all thinking I'm making up nothing around here, okay? Mr. Tendernism got an update for y'all. Y'all listen up.
Hey, this is official Mr. Tendernism coming to y'all. You know, I just got off the freeway kind of late at night, but I want to know y'all come on my page. Official Mr. Tendernism, Walter Johnson. Yes, sir. Y'all come on down now. I'm the Tendernism original, not nobody else. The original Tendernism. Booyah.
Booyah. Mr. Tendernism got fired. That's why he was jumping off the freeway, off the bus. The owner of that damn, they said that barbecue wasn't seasoned down there. I don't know what the name of that barbecue place was, but they said it was seasoned.
Oh, yeah. So also Keith Lee said the when he went down there, he wanted to see Mr. Tendernism, give him a tip, but he also said the actual it's falling off the bone, but it's not actually seasoned. So that was like he went the stereotypical route with it, saying the food wasn't seasoned or whatever.
It was dry,
Right.
and the black man to put out there because they know black people love barbecue and redneck white people, and so they needed somebody to market. And the man made the business a multi-million-dollar business. Okay, they went from having a coffee shop, went to stealing barbecue. Now they selling barbecue, and they say it's not even really that good. Okay, they say it's tender, it fall off the bone, but it lacks a lot of seasoning because they had a lot of white folks back there seasoning. Okay, and so he was not the owner. A lot of people thought he was the owner. No, he was just a worker, the toothless worker that, in their opinion, that used to smoke crack, that shouldn't be having this type of, this is not my words, these are the white folks' words, that shouldn't be having this type of momentum without the owner getting some type of clout.
But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of go over that, talk about that a little bit. Mr. Tendernism, official Mr. Tendernism. I'm not Mr. Tendernism. Mr. Tendernism, if you want to come on the Raw and BG show, y'all can go ahead, come on.
That's funny. Yeah, man, that's a heck of a rags to riches story that he done been on.
Yeah, like a wild ride. Like you just been out here, you kind of like a mascot for a restaurant. Then you go from a mascot to actually somebody that's not making the money, but actually just got a lot of popularity. Then you go from somebody with a lot of popularity to somebody that's starting to get through under the bus because your boss got a big ego and he want to kind of be popular too. He see all the fame you getting. Then it's like the backlash because now the boss is putting himself out there, and the people that were supporting you like, oh, we thought you was the guy running the show, not this guy. And now you go front. Then they fire you because now they mad at you. And then you get the Tendernism actual, what is it? The copyright Tendernism. You get the copyright to that word. Now you can run around and make all kind of money doing all kind of ads and stuff.
Right.
Because there was a lot of celebrities talking about buying him a restaurant and stuff. And the lady that we just had on, like before we go into our video, she like, why would y'all buy him a restaurant? And he's not you see what I'm saying? That's not his thing. Like, he might not be somebody that need to own a whole restaurant. He good PR. You know what I'm saying? He need a manager.
Well, he don't know. He might have a manager. I'm quite sure.
At this point,
I'm quite sure if anybody finds out he's in trouble, he got plenty of people that's going to step in and help him.
Right. Because right now, if I got a restaurant, I want him to stop at my restaurant. I might got a couple thigh wild for him. Depending on how good the restaurant doing, I need some promo. I need you to come through there and act like it's tender and put it on, his I think his Instagram he made an Instagram and out of nowhere caught 250,000 followers
Mm.
as soon as he made it.
Also, too, one of the tricks they was doing was they was cutting the food on while it was on the bone, so when you were to pick it up, it would just fall off the bone, and they kept using that tendernism
I knew
behind it.
I knew that some of that food wasn't falling up the bone type food. Like I
Right.
knew it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some of that food I was like, yo, I know this is not that didn't look that tender where it was falling off the bone, especially some of the big ass beef ribs they was holding. I'm like,
Yeah,
them
yeah,
joints don't look that fucking tender.
yeah. They were cutting some of the food, and then when they automatically hold up, because Keith Lee said he got a plate and he noticed some of the beef ribs was cut, where the minute he would when he tried to pick it up, it'll just fall right off.
So they in there pre-cutting it, and now they got, oh man. And it's like, why would you do that to Keith Lee food? Like, he gonna notice that.
Right.
He gonna notice that for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, that's how it is out here in the world today of social media. When you want to be viral, you won't stop at everything. You try to do anything to be viral.
Right. Just like the lady we was talking about last week that ate
With
the
the crab.
spider or the crab, yeah, and died from eating the crab.
Yep,
That's
all to be
crazy.
famous.
But that's a big niche right now on YouTube. The actual food content creators, the reviewers. Is one guy down south, and all he do is like fry different chicken and cook different food in his
Yeah, I
yard.
see him.
His name is Bernard or something like that.
With that giant fryer.
Yeah, all he says, look at that right there. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. I'm about to baptize that chicken. Look at that right there. But dog, literally, I seen one guy, big channel, hundreds of thousands, a couple 100,000 subscribers. He paid that man $3,500 to go down there. He ate some of the food and gave the rest away. So you making serious AdSense anytime you can do that. You could get a man $3,500 to cook you 1,200 wings.
Oh yeah, he was going viral for a minute too. Some of the stuff he was frying though, he was getting out of hand, man.
He had the bear leg.
He started doing bear legs and he was frying up whole gators and stuff. I was like, man, you getting out of hand now.
That's crazy. Okay, so they were saying Jay-Z wives' mom's gumbo was trash and didn't have no flavor. I could imagine, TJ. A lot of people just try and go off their name. Yeah, that gator and that bear. I'm not gonna eat no bear. I may try gator for the simple fact that hold on, don't look, you know what I mean? Look at me crazy if I fuck this up. A gator is a reptile. Am I correct?
Yes.
A gator is a reptile. Now, is a turtle a reptile?
It's cold-blooded.
It's cold-blooded. But is it a reptile?
Yeah, certain turtles are.
I had some snapping turtle when I was about 8 years old. It tastes
we used to have we still got a restaurant around here called Fish Bones, and one of the appetizers are gator bites. So they look like little cubes, fried cubes, but they kind of taste like I don't want to say like I haven't had them in a while, but maybe like a pork chop to it. Got that consistency.
Pork chop, okay.
Yeah. Maybe a little tougher.
I would try. I'll try a gator. Now, I'm not doing no bare legs
No,
because
that's
I've
like
heard,
eating a dog. That's like eating a dog.
yeah, like if the bare leg don't even look like that. It's a lot of fur, and this is basically muscle. Because from what I hear, a lot of animals
Hmm.
that are very strong, they have so much muscle mass that the testosterone that you know they have so much testosterone it kind of ruins the meat. Like they say the
Ooh,
same thing about shark, because the shark paws is nothing but one big muscle.
right.
So they say that testosterone just kind of like spoils the meat really fast and like has a very like wild taste to it. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Wow.
But because I watch a YouTube channel, it's down in Florida. The sharks is getting so invasive. You can't even fish like certain places you go to fish. I was watching them fish off bridges down in Florida. The
Mm.
actual sharks will be you be reeling something in, and you be reeling the fish in, and the shark will come get it. You know what I mean? So when then
Oh,
once that
man.
happens, once just one shark get a fish and eat the fish right there, and there's blood all in the water.
Right. That's gonna
Now,
bring more sharks.
yeah, exactly. So, but there's a dude that goes out there and he'll purposely catch a shark. So he'll go out to the middle of the actual he'll go out to the middle of the bridge because you got to go out far to catch a shark, of course. Then he'll
Mhm.
catch the shark and get it on the hook, and he'll walk all the way back in to the bridge with the shark on the line, and then like go down under the bridge to the shore and bring the shark to the shore. This should take
Wow.
hours. Like this should take hours. He finally get it. He'll bring it in, and then he cook the whole shark. And I mean,
Dang.
sometimes these be some big, like these don't be no, these be some big bull sharks that he be catching, and he cook them. Like
Wow.
yo, but because down in Florida, you can literally, it's getting so invasive wherever he at that you can literally cook one shark per family a day. You can catch one shark
Wow.
because there's so many of them down there now, and they starting to just get ridiculous. Like one thing I don't understand why people do what they do is uh the actual beach. When we go to the beach, you got people that go out there and fish from the beach for sharks. And I'm
Mm.
like, dog, that's backwards. Why you know, we talk about these shark attacks. Why are you bringing sharks into the beach where people swim
Right.
at night? Because they really be out there at night. I've been to Ocean City and I've been on a beach at night, and it was two guys out there. They had a big ass rod, like you know however tall it was, big super surf rod, and a
Mhm.
canoe. So what one guy would do is get in the canoe, go out into the water all the way out, drop a fish head on a big ass hook, and fish for sharks. And every now and then they'll bring a shark in. But now you're gonna have sharks trying to feed where's people at. So I never understood that. And that's why I'm just not even heavy on the water that much.
Yeah, it's not even worth swimming in the ocean no more, man. It's getting out of pocket.
Right. Uh Now what I was gonna say, uh also, so another actual topic that I wanted to kind of chop it up about. It's kind of got to do with our thumbnail. If anybody watching that's a Jay-Z fan, let me know. Put it in the comments chat if you're a Jay-Z fan. Because Jay-Z just announced he is having a concert. He having two concerts back to back at Yankee Stadium. July, I think 10th and 11th. He's going to be performing two of his albums. Now,
This is new. This is all new music.
no, Reasonable Doubt one night and The Blueprint another night. So some classic albums. You know,
Okay.
that's you know like of my like I remember when Jay-Z dropped the Blueprint. I was that age, like I was that age where I bought the Blueprint on CD and listened to the Blueprint, and that was one of my favorite CDs at the time. And Reasonable Doubt was a little bit more before my time, before I was buying tapes and CDs and stuff. I was probably a little younger.
Right.
But so I look on Ticketmaster at the tickets. I actually get, because some of these sites, if you go and look, you'll, like, the first time you load the site, it'll show the prices. Then you go back to load it again and you won't see anything. I'm thinking the nosebleeds for this concert maybe $500 to $600, because it's that anticipated, because Jay-Z don't come out that much. He ain't did a concert in forever. And it's in New York in the Yankee Stadium.
We both kind of blanked out for a second.
Okay. Are we back?
But you were talking about when you were checking the prices, and then when you hit the refresh, the tickets would disappear, and then something about how much more the ticket. Like,
the ticket
what are the prices?
At nosebleeds are starting at like $580 from what I'm seeing.
Gee.
$580. Parking passes is $150.
Good. Gee.
So Jay-Z fans, is it worth it to y'all to go see Hov? Because really, Jay-Z, Hov, he really don't come out for no actual concerts no more like that. You don't catch him performing at all like that.
Between
so now
Jay-Z and the venue for charging, because I know Jay-Z ain't got nothing to do with that $150 parking stuff, but mid 500s for some nosebleeds, man. That's
going to sell out.
That's diabolical stuff right there.
And it's going to sell out as soon as they go on sale, because Monday is when the tickets go on sale. So everybody that's going to try and get their ducks in a row. Everybody, everybody that's going to try and get their ducks in a row. My wife from New York, a Jay-Z fan. A Brooklyn, New Yorker. Ready.
I don't know who going. And then if you one of them people who come in from out of town, man, can you imagine, like, you added in like your hotel stay, the plane tickets to get there?
That's what I was saying. And that's what I was saying. I was saying, like, that's gonna be like, even so, if you, let's say you decide you don't want to come, you don't want to travel back to the house, you know what I'm saying? After going to New York,
right.
the hotels in New York and Jersey is gonna be crazy. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm not a concert guy. Like, I'm not in the concerts. I'm not in the big crowds like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not really my thing. But I go up there. I was like, yo, hotel for that night. Gotta get that now.
Right.
Because now they gonna go crazy on when they get close. Oh, you gonna spend just as much money on a regular ass hotel as you is them tickets.
Yeah. I you know what, the hotels, I guess you may have to figure in the distance from the facility if you want to get a cheaper price. Because I'm quite sure the closer you are to the facility itself is going to cost you more.
Right. Everything. But even New York is such packed a city. It's gonna affect everywhere that's close anyway, even near the Jersey airport. Because it's not that many places for you to go in New York that's not already accounted for anyway. Because I looked at New York like this. I always said New York ain't nothing but people stacked on top of people. That's all it is. All these buildings, all these condos, all these projects, it's people stacked on top of people. It's cars stacked on top of cars. When I went to New York and seeing that they'll take a parking lot the size of a damn 7-Eleven parking lot, and they got lifts that's like 6 cars high that they'll put your car on, I was like, oh, fuck no. Yo, yeah. Yeah, Jeff, definitely. He gonna be at the Roost picnic too. It's some rumors saying that Jay-Z trying to make a big comeback. Him and Beyonce, and they're gonna do the whole tour thing again. Uh, because right now that whole rap scene, that whole New York thing is being terrorized by 50 Cent at this point.
Also, I heard I've been seeing videos of this one. I'm gonna throw this in on top of the Jay-Z. Can you imagine the ticket prices? They said Usher and Chris Brown may be hitting the streets this summer too.
Oh yeah. Do you know what's gonna be crazy? You know what they're gonna be charging crazy prices for? Them wild ass pictures that they be taking with their fans. So now you're gonna have a $1,500 picture that you can get with Usher and Chris Brown. Because Chris Brown already take the goofy pictures with the fans anyway, with him picking them up and them on his shoulders and all that shit. So now you throw Usher in the mix, that's gotta be at least another 500. And they're gonna probably try to outdance each other every night. They some dance, that's the ultimate dance battle right there.
Man, can you imagine? Man, it's gonna be so many fights in the streets. It's gonna be so many people getting behind on their mortgage and rent because they old ladies done spent the money.
There's gonna be so many domestic violence cases because we struggling every day. And now I done seen you on the Shade Room in a picture with Chris Brown and Usher for $1,500. And you just told me I need to come
where'd
up
you
with
get that $1,500 from?
Because the BG&E was high because we had the AC on all summer.
Oh man, that's gonna be some crazy this summer, man. They got I'm telling you, man, this summer gonna be bankrupting some people. Bruno Mars, Usher and BG. I mean Usher, not Usher and BG, Usher and Chris.
Oh, now that'll be a whole nother ticket.
Usher.
Me and Usher.
And Jay-Z. Then who else was hitting it, man? I can't remember off the top, but yeah, you still got New Edition out here doing it big with their tour with Tony Braxton and Boys to Men.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that it's gonna be real rough. It's gonna be rough because the economy is already messed up. Like the economy is already people's already going through it. Gas is starting to go up because we have war, and that situation don't look like it's gonna get any better anytime soon. People can't afford regular stuff right now, like groceries, jobs. We losing jobs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jobs reports are saying that the jobs is going down, and you see it out here. You see it out here. I got a homeboy I was talking to in the trucking industry. So he's got a friend that owner operator is a big thing when you're driving trucks. So, but owner operator, you gotta pay for your own gas and all that. You can get hooked up with companies in certain type of ways where they'll pay for certain type of things if you own your truck and you can work with them like that. But gas is something that you like ultimately responsible for. So this man jumped out there and wanted to get into the owner operator game of trucking. The day, he bought his truck, and before he could get it on the road to start making money, they start blowing up damn oil fields. And that's the gas right now. That's the fuel that's getting really high. The premium is high because
diesel fuel high.
Yeah, but diesel fuel is real high right now. So it's like, what kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I go out there, buy me an 18-wheeler, thinking I'm about to go out here and hit the road and make me some money. And now I'm taking jobs probably just to pay for fuel.
Yeah. Got to do DoorDash to pay for your gas.
Yeah. I got a DoorDash in the Camry to put 200 in the tractor and I'm hoping I can get a local load. That load should pay me enough to get a half a tank. That shit is expensive, Rob.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mary J gonna hit too. I think Mary J coming out. Yeah, that's why I couldn't remember.
Mary J. She got the she's out in Vegas. Mary J.
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the residency.
Yeah, and Cardi B just left Detroit Sunday. My wife and her friends went to Cardi B concert.
You ain't go?
Man, why?
Right. Why? So I get smacked in the back of the head?
Why? Man.
Get smacked in the
And
back
then
of the head.
she had the nerve to have a twerking contest on stage, and one of the alphabet community people won it. If you know what I mean.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm like, for real, we gonna do this. All these women, you gonna let
yeah,
man.
It was 2026 for your ass.
Yeah, it was crazy. Thank goodness my wife don't put too much of that type of stuff on her social media.
She goes, so she claims it up on social media. Yeah, I don't indulge. I really don't indulge. Not at all. Then you get them like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Right.
That's Spider-Man.
Hey, let me be quiet when she kick in his door and jump in on her.
Right. Don't be telling my damn business. You'll see the camera go out and all you hear is audio. Don't be telling my goddamn business. Let me go. Yeah. But Lil Tech. So how was the S26 Ultra treating you, Rob?
Okay, well, right now I'm finishing up the edits on my first week with it. And you know, man, back in the day, I even mentioned it in the video that you know, when you get a new phone, that excitement, you sit there and you would set up that phone till it just was perfect. But now it'd be about until when I got that phone finally tuned, it'll take me about maybe 2 weeks to a month before I have it like perfect, like how I want it. You know, I haven't even checked, turned on my Samsung wallet. I like using the Samsung wallet features, like for buying stuff, and also like when you go on trips, you know, your ticket will pop up in the Samsung wallet, so you can just go ahead and scan your phone at the airport, you know, looking all high tech. But I haven't even set a lot of the things up. I haven't, usually I got Good Lock installed, but I really haven't started digging into the themes. And like, I'm discovering like my taste in like wallpaper. Remember back in the day, you put all kind of crazy wallpapers on. Now I'm very minimal when it comes to finding the right wallpaper for my phone.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so
I used to be heavy on the cars.
It'd be what?
I used to be heavy on car wallpapers, but then like I started doing this thing where I wanted to use every section of the home screen, so the car didn't matter because it was covered by apps. So I try using more so wallpaper that's just like a background. But I'm real like I have a hard time, especially with these especially when I got black phones, like my Pixel and my S26 Ultra. I have a hard time deciding which wallpaper to go with. And I like I'm the type of person, I like my case to match my wallpaper and everything to be kind of coordinated as far as like my icons and the whole color palette, or am I pronouncing that right? The palette, or whatever that is, however that's pronounced.
Yeah, you said it right.
And
go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, I'm just saying, like, I got right now what I'm rocking on S26 Ultra. Got the Bataka. Mind, I was applying some. It's a little greasy. I think I was eating or something. Never mind that, because when you clean it up, it's a clean case. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I would like to do like you see, well, I just did this purple sometimes. I did purple because the simple fact, I think sometimes I notice if you like make YouTube videos and you have an interesting, like a eye-catching color that's popping on your thumbnail, like you make a video about a phone and it's got like an eye-catching wallpaper and the on the thumbnail, I feel like you get more views. But normally I go with black. Like, this is normally how I keep it dressed up. Like, this is my Pixel, same case. This is the 9X, so this ain't the 10. I never seen the reason to get the 10. But and then I normally keep it like this. Like just a black look, grayish, you know what I mean? Right. Real clean. Like, I gotta change my S26 back. I just had that dressed up for a thumbnail so I could, y'all know I do YouTube and I got a YouTube channel and I make some videos sometime, y'all.
Hey, do the battery life feel like it's I mean, it's hard to tell because, like I said, it's only been a week, but do the battery life, like, you can still get a idea of what you think it's going to be after a while. Does it feel like it will be one of those type of batteries that can get you through a whole day?
Yeah, for sure. It'll get me through a whole day. Now my power user, I might not be, is because it depends. I think sometimes this depending on how you use your phone, and even though I'm really into phones, a lot of the times, because I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing, I might be making a video, or I might be working. So I'm on my computer, I'm on my MacBook, I'm on my iPad a lot more than my phone. You see what I'm saying? You got some people or don't have as much stuff to utilize, or don't have the reasons to utilize other things, and they spend a lot more time on their phone. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go an hour or two without picking up my phone, depending on what I got going on, trying to get a video out or whatever, busy. So, but yeah, it get me. I haven't really had since like they started using Snapdragons in the Ultra, like probably like the S23. I haven't had an issue with getting through the day with any of my Ultras. I say since the S23 Ultra. Honestly, now is it a 2-day battery? No. Is it like a 1.5 day battery? No. But it will get me through the day, and I charge it at night.
Okay. I was just wondering, because it seems like to me I've been getting a little bit better battery life in comparison to like the Pixel 10 Pro, even though you would think vanilla Android. But then I was thinking it might have been maybe the way I was using the phone, because my usage does go up when it's colder outside. When it's warmer, you're doing more things and you're not really thinking about your phone as much as you may be, when it's a little colder out.
Well, that ain't no Snap. That ain't no Samsung or Google. That's, I think, the battery life difference between a Pixel and an actual Samsung phone is all about the difference between the Tensor and the actual Snapdragon. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what that is. Like, a Tensor just can't do anything with Snapdragon. Performance, efficiency, thermals, it can't do is nothing that it can do with a Snapdragon. There's not no way that it's keeping up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really came to the terms where I buy a Pixel because I like the aesthetic. I like how it look. Now, when it's time for me to really get something done, And I like if I had to depend on my smartphone to get something done, I'm picking up my Samsung. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Also, have you seen the new editing app they got in the store called YouTube Creator app? It's a
I've
YouTube
seen it.
Creator.
I haven't used it yet.
Okay, I just wanted to know if you saw that and if you used it. I've seen it and I downloaded it, but I haven't tried it yet.
I haven't tried it yet neither. I be pretty much on mobile, and right now even on my laptop, I'm being all CapCut. Now I need to start. I start paying for that creator bundle, the $12 a month from Apple, because I wanted to learn how to use Final Cut Pro, and I went in there one time so far, and I done had this thing for about a month and a half.
Yeah, Final Cut Pro. Out of all of them out there, out of the high end ones like DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut, and what's the one where it's got the subscription? Adobe Premiere editing. Final Cut is made for like speed and it's quick. It's a quick cut, and it got that magnetic timeline thing. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I like Final Cut. I got DaVinci Resolve. I got to get used to DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve, you seem like it's way a lot of stuff you got to learn with DaVinci. The learning curve on that, man. You need some time.
You got, I believe it's like the color grading and all that type of stuff that you gotta really get into with DaVinci itself. Now, I'm gonna say this. I want to put some S26 Ultra thoughts out there since I asked you about yours, and I want to kind of ask you out what you think about my opinions. So, I'll say the S26 Ultra. I made a video and I got a lot of backlash because I called it underrated. And because a lot of people, I hate when I hear this talking point. It's the same as the S25 Ultra. I believe that's a talking point that people have been using year to year for these Ultra phones. Every year, when the S25 came out, it was the same as the S24, possibly worse. When the S24 came out, it was the same as the S23, possibly worse. I feel like that's how a lot of people in tech paint these Samsung phones, especially the people that don't like Samsung or don't particularly take the Samsung. Now, I will say, for some reason, I feel like the S26, even though it's not that much lighter on paper, for some reason in the hand to me, maybe because of the way it's shaped or formed, it feels a little lighter. It don't feel as stressful in the hand as the S25 Ultra. Maybe because it's got some taste, like some rounding, or it's thinner because maybe it's thinner than the S25 Ultra. But when I got my Taka case on my S26 Ultra, it kind of reminds me of the Flip 7. And I like it, like a little bit more lightweight and airy than the S25 Ultra. Kind of remind me of the Flip 7. And I will say these cameras with the aperture. Now, this is a real physical change. It might not be a new camera sensor, but this is a physical change to the camera sensor. And you can see, to me, honestly, I don't know if I'm crazy, but if you take a picture with an S25 Ultra, like I was doing before I sent mine back to Samsung, and you take a picture with an S26 Ultra, you can see that the S26 Ultra, because of the aperture changes, is a brighter picture. But along with that light, it looked like you get a little bit more image quality. So in certain situations where a picture that you take with your Ultra would start to break down or look grainy, this device can take those pictures in those situations where the S25 Ultra couldn't without looking a little dark or grainy. This phone, because of the light, you know, it helped with night mode, but at the same time, as any situation, more light, I feel like it give you better image quality, and I feel like the processing is better, and snapping pictures with the 200 megapixel sensor in 200 megapixel mode is snappier.
So you think the 25 is better than the 26?
No, I think the 26 is better because you get more light and they give you better image quality.
Oh
And
yeah, I mean, well, that's been the spiel from most people in the community, that, you know, they're saying Samsung has finally entered the real competitive times of being able to say they can hang with the iPhone with the video and the image quality. I mean, I heard this on quite a few of the big million, you know, over 1 million subscriber YouTubers, and
you know, I'd be just
I mean, I like I've always
YouTube.
liked Samsung's video. I mean, I've never been a hater of their video. I'm just find it amazing that it's a consensus that people are saying, oh, now it's iPhone status. And I'm like, in a lot of ways, I think when you talk about images that come out of some of these cameras, I think it's more a personal taste.
It is.
Than what everybody else is saying.
Because I go ahead.
No, but but if that helps Samsung sell more phones, that's cool too. You know, I don't benefit one way or another, but Samsung, you know, they need, like one of the things you just said. You said the phone feels lighter, and that's because they don't have no magnets built into it. So that's going to make the phone feel lighter, and to me, it doesn't feel as premium. I done got psychologically, I associate weight with value or premium, and the phone being lighter than what it is, it just gives you a different vibe about it.
This is true because even, you know, I got the 17. I got the 17 Pro, y'all. So I ain't going, you know what I mean? Like, I keep up with these iPhones because I like to be able to just, if I can't, you know, I like to keep up with stuff. And it's like the iPhone actually, to me, the picture, the processing on the iPhone, even though it's got all them little, like, you got to go in there. Okay, so Apple boys on deck. So you got to go in there and you got to get that thing dialed into how you want it. Because right now, like out the box, when I take pictures with my iPhone, a lot of times, I'm starting not to like them. Like, because I feel like every iPhone, like they do this natural thing. I think this is the thing that Apple always used to lean on. The iPhone's natural, you know. The screen has got a natural look to it. You know, the pictures, they look natural, they look realistic. But to me, it's always like a light yellowish green tint on pictures out the box.
Right.
Now, I don't know what that is. Maybe I need to go into all these settings where you could change the shooting style and all of that. But I don't, it's like the point and shoot on the iPhone, of course, the video is a dog. The video has been consistent for some years, for sure. And I believe, like you said, Rob, it's not that it's been so much. It's not leagues way better than the Samsung. Samsung it's not just catching up with the iPhone. You know what I mean? Everything, all this stuff is fine tuning. Like, you know what I mean? Like all this, the actual final result can be manipulated. And this processing and this editing that's involved. I feel like you can take a Samsung and get a better quality of video or photo and then manipulate it to the way you want it to. Maybe not with the ProRes before Samsung brought out this APV, but you've always been able to get a very strong image that you can play around with out of Samsung, and also very, very good 8K video that you can tailor to how you want it to look.
Yeah, I agree. You can tailor it, get it close to what you like. I don't think there's not a camera out that makes awful pictures. It's all about preference, color tones,
And the
just things
situation.
like that nature.
The situations you put the camera in.
Yeah.
But yeah. So wasn't really a whole lot packed in today. I wanted to kind of talk about the tendernism thing, give everybody a break from, the tech talk, overly talking tech. But at the same time, tech done brought us here. And,
Well, it's the goal of the show to be more of a variety
yes.
thing.
It's a variety show. That's a good name. That's a good way to actually name this. It's a variety show. So you never know. You might pull a cat out of the hat.
Yeah.
Well, I was definitely just glad to be here. Glad to be consistent with something.
Right, for sure.
I think the adjustment, like I love having a big panel with all the fellas. Love them guys to death. Shout out to Alan Forbes. Shout out to the tech gentleman. Shout out to Stud. But I'm just glad that we can actually be a representation of our brothers on a consistent basis.
Sure enough.
You know what I'm saying? Tendernism, that was definitely a good lure. I kind of wanted that to be like a social experiment. I kind of wanted that to be like a teachable lesson today. Almost like, don't let ego get in the way.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Sometimes it's better to be a faceless business, depending on where the support is coming from, and how the supporters are gonna feel about you forcing your way into that limelight.
For sure.
But is there anything else you want to talk about today, Rob?
No, we done covered it all. We done
Right.
covered it.
So
Just tell everybody check out the replay. Well, I said because I just said it. Y'all check out the replay. Listen to some of the great points that we done made. Sometimes you may come in a little late, you might have missed out on a segment that you might have liked.
That could change your life.
Yeah.
That could change your life. I want to appreciate everybody that rocked with us today. TJ, Tech Gentleman. Let me see else who came through. Phone Tech at Work. Of course, our brothers, Philly Jazzy Jeff. Everybody that came through today, I really appreciate y'all. TJ, so go ahead and give it up. And we're going to be out. This is episode 5. So episode 6 will be on RP3 Tech Reviews channel. And we'll have some different topics and we'll talk about some different things. So meet us over there Saturday, 8 p.m.
For sure.
But it's your boy Rob and BG. We out. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.